Exploring the world's diverse and breathtaking landscapes is an exhilarating experience, but let's be real, venturing into the wild is like signing up for nature's version of Survivor. From the venomous creatures of Australia to the predators of Africa, wild animals are basically nature's way of saying, welcome to the food chain. In this video, we'll share life-saving tips to help you survive encounters with some of the world's most dangerous animals. Because let's face it, nobody wants to be a snack. Stay safe and let's dive in. Sharks are like the misunderstood villains of the ocean. Out of 150 species, only 20 are actually interested in us. Want to avoid a shark? Easy. Just don't swim while bleeding or, using the ocean as your personal bathroom. If a shark decides to say hello, stay cool. Don't freak out or show them your back. Move like you're in slow motion, and if needed, aim for their eyes and gills. They hate that. Since 1970, sharks have caused 57 fatalities in North America. So keep your wits about you and maybe leave the shark wrestling to the pros. Kangaroos may look like they're just hopping around without a care, but trust me, you don't want to be on their bad side. If you bump into one, give a little cough like you're auditioning for a sick day, and back away slowly. Running is a no-go, unless you want a kangaroo to think you're playing tag. While kangaroo attacks are as rare as a unicorn sighting, they can pack a punch when they do happen. Lions are like the royalty of the savannah, but don't let their majestic looks fool you. If you bump into one, lock eyes like you're in a staring contest and channel your inner superhero by raising your arms. Shout like you're calling your dog back home. Studies show lion attacks are more common in lower-income countries, with about 22 fatalities annually. So stay safe and keep your superhero cape handy. Elephants, especially the mama ones, are like the ultimate helicopter parents. If an elephant starts coming your way, resist the urge to sprint like you're in a marathon. Instead, find a tree or rock to hide behind and channel your inner Zen master. If they decide to charge, don't freak out. Just find cover like it's a game of hide and seek. Remember, elephants cause about 500 deaths a year, so treat them with the respect you'd give a sumo wrestler on a bad day. Rhinos have terrible eyesight but can still charge at 37 miles per hour. Talk about overcompensating. If a rhino heads your way, play hide and seek behind a tree or thick bushes. They won't follow you through dense vegetation. Guess they're not into bushwhacking. Rhinos cause about 22 deaths each year, so yeah, take their charges seriously. No kidding. Believe it or not, hippos can sprint at 18.5 miles per hour. Yes, these chunky fellows are surprisingly quick and have a short fuse. If you bump into one, your best bet is to channel your inner monkey and climb a tree, rock, or steep hill. Then just hang tight and wait for Mr. Grumpy to move along. These hefty creatures are responsible for around 500 deaths each year, making them one of Africa's most dangerous residents. So, respect the hippo, folks. Crocodiles and alligators have the strongest jaws on the planet. Think of them as nature's nutcrackers, but for, everything. If you're grabbed, hit their eyes and throat. It's like poking a bully in the eye, except this bully has scales and a lot more teeth. On land, make noise and run in a zigzag. Think of it as your chance to audition for a dance competition. In water, swim quietly and avoid splashing. Pretend you're a ninja, silent and stealthy. According to recent statistics, crocodiles cause about 1,000 deaths each year. So they're not just misunderstood, they're also really, really dangerous. Australia is home to some of the most venomous snakes in the world, including the inland taipan, eastern brown snake, and tiger snake. If you're bitten, stay calm and seek medical attention immediately. But don't worry, only 2 to 3 people a year don't get the memo. Thanks to effective anti-venoms, you'll likely live to tell the tale. So always wear long pants and boots when walking in bushland, unless you want to give the snakes a fair shot. Blue-ringed octopuses, tiny, but packing a punch like a heavyweight champ. Their venom can turn an adult human into a cautionary tale in minutes. If you spot one while swimming or diving, admire from a distance. No touching. If you do get stung, channel your inner drama queen and seek medical help immediately. Fun fact, no one's kicked the bucket from a blue-ringed octopus sting in Australia since the 60s. Thanks to better medical treatments and people getting the memo. Saltwater crocodiles are the largest reptiles on Earth. Think of them as the bouncers of the animal kingdom. They hang out in northern Australia probably because they love the weather. These guys are responsible for several fatalities each year. Not exactly the best neighbors. If you're in croc territory, never swim in unmarked areas. They don't appreciate surprise visits, and always follow safety signs. They're not just for decoration. According to recent data, there are about 2 to 3 crocodile-related deaths annually in Australia. So, let's keep it that way. If a crocodile grabs you, target their eyes and nostrils. Because even crocs hate getting poked in the eye. Bulls are like your ex. They react to movement, not color. If a bull charges, stay still and use a hat or shirt as a decoy. Think of it as a matador's trick. Toss the object away to distract the bull and give yourself a head start, like throwing a bone to a dog. While attacks are rare, bulls can be as deadly as your morning coffee if provoked. Jellyfish stings can be a real pain in the tentacle, but peeing on the wound? That's just a salty myth. Rinse the area with salt water, pluck out any tentacles with tweezers, and slap on some antihistamine ointment if you've got it. Recent data shows jellyfish stings hurt like heck but are rarely a ticket to the afterlife. Most snakes aren't dangerous, but if one slithers your way, do a little dance to confuse it. If you get bitten, resist the urge to play vampire. Instead, give it a good rinse, wrap it up, and find a doctor pronto. Snakes cause about 57 fatalities annually in North America, so keep your cool and act fast. If a bear attacks, don't run. Seriously, you can't outrun a bear. Instead, fall to the ground, curl into a ball, and cover your neck with your hands. Think of it as the world's worst yoga pose. Play dead until the bear loses interest. Yes, you're auditioning for the role of a lifetime. According to recent data, brown bears have caused 70 fatalities in North America over the past 50 years, so knowing how to react is essential. Because, let's face it, you don't want to be bear food. Gorillas are like the ultimate family bodyguards. If you bump into one, take a seat, avoid staring contests, and whisper sweet nothings. If it comes closer, curl up like a human burrito to show you're not a threat. While attacks are rare, remember, gorillas are like the gym bros of the jungle, respect their space. Bees are like tiny bodyguards for their hive, and they will sting you even if you're just passing by. Talk about overprotective. Dark colors are like a bee magnet. So, unless you want to be the star of a bee parade, avoid wearing black. If a hive or swarm decides to follow you, find a dark place to hide. Think of it as playing hide and seek, but with a lot more buzzing. Fun fact, bees are responsible for about 58 deaths annually in the US, mostly due to allergic reactions, so maybe don't make them angry. The wilderness is full of wonders, but it's always better to be prepared. Because, let's face it, nature doesn't come with a user manual. With these 16 life-saving tips, you'll be ready to handle any unexpected encounter. Or at least you'll have a fighting chance. Remember, stay calm, think clearly, and respect the animal's territory. They were here first, after all. Safe travels, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow adventurers. Because if you're going to get lost, you might as well do it together.